Gamers, it's drip marketing time for Honkai Star Rail, and if I seem sad, it's because John Cena lost the WWE Championship, but that's all over now, and I have yet to refresh this page to see who else we're getting in this patch. I'm assuming it's going to be the pink hair girl. Hopefully it is, and maybe it'll brighten my mood. Let's go ahead and hit the refresh button now to see who we are getting next. Daniel Don freaking dang, bro. Another soy boy. Let's go. We love having another soy boy at the game. And a preservation unit. So that actually leads me to believe, the point I made in my last video was I thought that she was going to do something with providing shield of some sort, because March already provides shield, or the ice version of March already provides a shield, but maybe she won't. Maybe she'll act as some type of buffer. I really don't see her acting as an upgrade or a direct upgrade to Harmony MC, or Remembrance MC, I'm sorry, because I mean, they're the same type. They're both ice type. I would think if you're upgrading the type or upgrading the person, it wouldn't be the exact same type and class that the other character is. I would think it would be something different, right? In my mind, I just think that way, right? So maybe she does something to buff, but I don't know. But really, in today's video, guys, we're going to be talking about Dan Heng. He is a physical character. Hey, yo, physical getting some more love. We absolutely love to see that. I honestly heard that he was going to be, I thought he was going to be free. That's what people led me to believe. Is he not free, guys? I don't know where I heard that he was going to be free. The Heng Permansor Terrae. Now, him being preservation, it has to be conflicted. I'll talk about it in a second here. I kind of want to talk about his design here. If we were to compare his design, guys, to his Dragon Daniel disguise, because this looks like an upgrade to his normal version, right? I haven't played the story, so I have no fucking clue what this means, because God knows I'm not sitting through 8 hours of dialogue. I know I'll get shit in the comments for that. It is what it is. I don't care. But he does look pretty sick, though. He does look pretty sick, though. I like his golden dragon. I think him getting an upgraded spear is really cool, too. It kind of is like reminding me kind of, I guess his spear does look like that, right? But what is a Jingyuan spear thing, right? Yeah, it's kind of like, it reminds me of Jingyuan spear. I don't know why. Like, it just has that little orb in the middle instead. Like, I guess it's maybe Lawfu-centric, but yeah, it does remind me of Jingyuan spear, but with this extra orb in the middle instead of the hole cut out in the middle here. So yeah, cool. Like the golden dragon. I like his whole fit and demeanor here, right? But I kind of want to speculate on maybe what he might do, and maybe you guys can let me in the comment section down below if you have leaked the thing of this already. And then I also want to talk about why I think literally these two characters, it literally, hands down, we know now. Like, I think from Evernight it showed it. But guys, 3.5 absolutely dead patch. Absolutely no way. You're adding a new 5-star Danny, and you're adding a 5-star evil goth mommy March into the game. It's up. It is literally quite up, guys. Like, I don't think you guys understand how up it really is for version 3.5. It is a must skip at this point. We're getting a preservation unit, which I guess if you don't have 2 5-star premium sustained characters in your account, or even newer ones for that matter, like, honestly, I'm kind of feeling this is a pull for, right? Or I guess I should say, Hyacinth is a sustain, right? So either you pulled Hyacinth and maybe you have a Gallagher. This could be a good replacement there. What I am worried about, though, I want to talk about that first. I am actually worried about one big thing with Danny. And the thing I'm worried about is, I'll show you right here, guys, is look at the current preservation units we have in the game. The last one we got was Aventurine. I fully expected us to get a preservation type unit this class. I thought it was going to be March because it kind of correlates with, you know, Ice March we have here, right? But seeing what we got Danny, it still correlates with my thought on that, right? But the problem that I have with it is they need to now introduce enemies into the game, and seeing from the current boss we're getting in version 3.5's patch, that basically is going to be sucking the soul out of her HP, I honestly do wish that boss had something to do with preservation and or shields. My thought here is that the only way that he will be viable without adding any extra enemy, like, they need to add a lot of enemies into the game to make him really viable, right? What they need to do with him is he needs to be able to heal in some way, shape, or form. He needs to be able to do shield and heal. He will then become the best sustain in the game because he has preventative sustainability and he has corrective sustainability, which that's adding the best of two worlds. The only other character that somewhat does this is someone like Fu Xuan here, right? Fu Xuan doesn't put a shield on you, right? But she reduces your damage being taken, which is some preventative measures from taking damage, like you're taking less damage, and she also heals the team as well. So it's not completely out of the ballpark to have a character that heals us up, or a preservation character that heals us up. So I think it's well within the possibility that he provides some type of healing. Now, in terms of what else he needs to do, Dude, he has a fucking dragon. He is 100% a sub DPS. There is no shot he is not a sub DPS. And maybe they're even going along the lines of like what I thought in version like 2.0, kind of what they were building upon, which was he's not like the preservation Archon. Okay, like that's fine. He's not the preservation Archon, but when we look at someone like Acheron, right? I'll go ahead and just show Acheron for anyone who doesn't know already what kind of Acheron is going to be doing, or what Acheron does, right? She essentially is taking, you know, you having Inhility characters on the team and converting that into damage percentage for herself. So the more she has of that class on her team, she increases that even more. That's even the exact same with someone like the Herda as well. She's going to be converting damage for having more Erudition characters on the team. That leads me to believe that this guy right here, I think they're setting up for Preservation Archon. Could be cope. I don't fucking know, but I could be cope with it. I could be completely cope with this. But the reason I say that is because when we start adding in more of these preservation units, they can do more things. Like there is, guys, come on. Do we think, leave in the comment section down below, do you think he's going to be a sub DPS or not? I think he is. And I think if they're setting him up to be a sub DPS to provide some type of shield and or buff to the team, which would be probably a buff in defense or something like that, right? He's probably going to scale off of defense, which gives him more damage and stuff like that. He provides shields, maybe some healing to the team, so he is like maybe like a sustainability character, right? And then maybe you have the Emanator come in of preservation. I think I said Archon before, I don't know. But you have the Emanator come in that scales off of your preservation units you have on the team. Then you have him as a sub DPS maybe and or a buffer or something like that. That maybe scales off of how much shields you have on your allies or how much defense you have, and then obviously scaling off of the preservation units you have on the team. I think that's the kind of push they're going for with characters like the Herda we've seen already and characters like we've seen already with Acheron, right? And what's right around the corner, guys? This is patch 3.5 we're getting right now. The patch, these characters are coming out 3.6. 3.7 will probably be the last patch in the whole version of Amphorius, right? So we're getting a new world fairly soon from now. And this is the time that they're probably going to be starting to set up for version 4.0 and beyond. That's what really makes me think that they are setting up for Preservation Emanator. Now, I could be completely wrong, like I said, leave it in the comment section down below, but that's what I think he's going to do. I think he'll probably buff up defense for the team, maybe give like a crit damage buff for the team as well. I can definitely see him doing that. Shield and heal, I think, is going to be there as well, and then I think he'll have some DPS damage, and I think he'll be able to provide some sub-DPS level damage, because that's what we've seen with just about every single Amphorius character we've currently got so far, or for the most part, they're able to do multiple things. Anaxa able to buff the team, and also able to do sub-DPS and main DPS damage. Characters like Agli, well, let's throw her out the equation. She's just a main DPS through and through. I think Siege are probably going to be the same way, main DPS through and through, but someone like High Sense, right, which provides extra dots, then provides a lot of debuffs to the enemies, a lot of multi-role classing there. Then you have Cypher, multi-role classing there. I guess Siege maybe sub-DPS, so multi-role classing there. So they're starting to multi-class or have these characters play multiple different roles. So yeah, I think he's going to be playing multiple different roles. The only other character, I guess we have High Sense, right? That would be like a healer-esque character, and the other characters we've gotten in terms of sustainability have all been healers. We got Lingsha, we have Hua Hua, we have Aventurine that came out last before him, right? But he's really struggling in the current content because the current content is really healing focused. So this makes me think now they're switching to maybe a shield centric, or maybe balancing the scales a bit on that. That makes me think they're gonna have content that really focuses around you need to heal your allies, and then they're gonna have content that focuses around, yo, you need to shield your allies. So having both of these different roles is gonna be really, really big. So when like Gallagher heal, sure, you have your healing thing, but what good 4-star preservation unit do we have? Not really anything. You're going to be using Japard. He's kind of washed. He's not getting a buff anytime soon. You might use Aventurine, but if he slaps out of the water with a sub-DPS damage, it literally eliminates the need for you to run Aventurine at all. The only benefit I would see with Aventurine at that point would be follow-up attacks for follow-up teams, and maybe if he doesn't provide super good amount of buffs. And then on top of that all, you're releasing two super iconic characters. Like, let's be honest, Halcyon just looks like a Mei ripoff. Let's be so real here. And then Sidra literally just looks like the girl, the water Archon from Genshin Impact. I don't even know her name off the top of my head right now. She looks like that. And then you come into 3.6 with absolute slappers being Evernight and another version of Dan Heng. This is, yeah, they're tanking. Yo, 3.5 tanked. Yo, the gotcha revenue charts. Yeah, this shit is going to be killed next patch. Yo, let's say it now, guys. Dan Heng and March 7th, Evernight have killed Honkai Star Rail for patch 3.5. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to see more HSR content, surely I won't post more copium, right? Anyways, guys, leave your thoughts in the comment section down below, because I really do want to hear what you guys think on both of these characters. Are you skipping patch 3.5 now, or are you pulling on patch 3.5? I want to know that. Let me know what you think Dan Heng's gonna do. I want to know that as well. And yeah, that's gonna do it, guys. Hit the bell icon if you've made it this far, and see you guys. Bye.